Georgia survives against Austin P. Are we happy? Next, Locked On Bulldogs.
You are Locked On Bulldogs, your daily podcast on the Georgia Bulldogs. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
Welcome back, everybody. This is Locked On Bulldogs, part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every single day. He is Daniel. I am Clint, and we are here, Daniel, because we love Georgia football. I don't know if you understand that.
We're still us.
We're still us, and we can't help but be anything other than us. By the way, today's episode is brought to you by FanDuel. FanDuel.com. More on them in a second. Overreaction time. And yes, this is overreaction time. So just to let you know, I anticipate every single one of you calling for Gunner Stockton's head. That's what I've come to expect out of you. That's what I've come to. Even though every player that has played at Georgia, every coach that has coached at Georgia, every current coach, every current player, and everyone who actually studies film says that you're ludicrous, I still anticipate you coming at me and telling me how Gunner Stockton's trash.
And you know what? This is the environment for it. We don't agree with you, but we do agree with the heat of your take. The intensity of your take belongs in a place like this. Let me begin there and talk about the age-old maxim that two things can be true at the same time, okay? And I'm going to hit you with these two things. Thing number one is that the fact that Georgia did not throw the ball downfield today has nothing to do with Gunner Stockton. Nor, and I'm going to hurt your feelings with this one, does it have to do with Mike Bobo's ability to game plan. Okay? It has to do
with told him what to
Georgia's
do,
next opponent, who's Tennessee. Georgia, Kirby Smart, unlike Josh Whipple, who, do you know, there was a comment made to me, what do you gain by scoring 70 points against East Tennessee State? What do you gain by that? And I will say this. What you gain is people calling you an offensive genius. And if that's your goal, like it is Josh Heupel's, you got to get your numbers somewhere because you've never scored more than 17 points against Kirby Smart. And so Ohio State skull dragged you up and down the field last year, even though you had more fans in that stadium than they did.
Oh, no.
So when you can't beat anybody real, what you have to do is you got to score 70 against East Tennessee State. Kirby Smart's he didn't care anything about that. We ran the same screen 32 times in this game. We ran the same 2 runs in this game 100 times.
Can I tell you something? In the last 2 games, I said this, but if the tight end motions before snap, pre-snap motions to the opposite side, and the running back then switches sides as well, it's a run to the sides with the tight end on it. And
the tight end cracks back and picks up the backside defensive end.
It was true 100% in this game.
We ran the same plays because we're trying not to put anything on tape because Kirby Smart cares more about beating Tennessee on the road than he does scoring 70 points against Austin P at home.
That's what. And this
weird.
Kirby Smart has literally, you don't have to like it as a fan. I get it.
You can hate it as a fan. You are entitled to that overreaction.
But Kirby Smart would rather say, I'm going to go over to the opposite sideline. I'm going to tell them the play we're going to run.
Oh, he would love to treat it like a spring game. He would love to go over there and
I'll diagram it.
Somebody get a staffer for Michigan. Connor Stallions, Kirby would hire him to stand over on the other sideline with a fake mustache. That's what Kirby wants. So that's thing number one.
Because at the end of the day, he thinks that even if they know what you're going to do, if you execute it better than they do, you'll still have an expected return on that run. Instead of being 3 yards, it'll be 5, 6, 7, 8 yards. That's what he was expecting.
That's thing number one. The fact that Georgia did not throw the ball downfield, despite what the impeccable booth that the SEC Network put together for this game, despite what they had to say, that had nothing to do with Gunner Stockton or Mike Bobo. So take your tears elsewhere because they're not needed. Thing number two, which is also true, is that there are serious concerns about Gunner Stockton and this Georgia offense. There are. They exist, and they are very real. And in some cases, they are spectacular.
Now, two things that need to be addressed early on. Thing one, Gunner Stockton got absolutely rocked. We told you this before the season. He is not going to slide. As a matter of fact, he's going to lead with his head more than anything else.
Yeah.
He got thrown about and thrashed on his first scramble run up the middle. Okay. Mm-hmm. Thing two, his ankle is not 100%. Okay. That run out of bounds, he hobbled and come back. So those two things are just giving us context to not excuse anything, because I'm going to join Daniel. I didn't like what I saw when he was able. I think those confidence things rattled him. He was rattled more than he was inaccurate and not able to perform. Now, I give you that diagnosis to not I'm not saying he'll be fine. No, actually, as a matter of fact, going up to Tennessee on the road in the first SEC, you can't be rattled, Daniel.
No.
So it does concern me that he was rattled in this game. It concerns me he wasn't accurate with the football. And it concerns me that our receivers, one receiver had a fumble, one running back had a fumble. And it concerns me, Colby Young is just fine. But in this passing attack, his check down, his giving, that doesn't concern me. His rattledness on down the field throws when he had the opportunity to do it accurate, that's what concerns me.
The decision-making concerns me. The accuracy concerns me. All the deep ball stuff and all this stuff, you're missing the point. There are concerns with this Georgia offense. There are concerns with Gunner Stockton. There are concerns with the health of the offensive line.
Bigger concerns.
Many concerns like that. Here's the truth about Gunner Stockton. Then we're going to move on. Segments 2 and 3, we're not going to talk about it anymore. The truth about Gunner Stockton is we don't know who he is yet. We don't know if he's the guy. We do not know. So do not hear Clint and I saying that we believe that Gunner Stockton is the guy.
No,
like, that's not. We don't know. He might not be it.
I have no clue.
But I definitively know that you don't know he's not it. Like you don't. You can't. There's no way that you could know he's not it. The troubling part is that we would like to have learned that he's it. We have not seen that.
It would have been better leading into Tennessee.
It would have been nice. We're going to learn that on Saturday in Knoxville, and that's not a place I would like to learn things.
No.
But this is where we are. So we'll be back right after these to talk about everyone not named Gunner Stockton on this Georgia football team.
But first, I want to let you know about DoorDash. Daniel, DoorDash is fantastic. As a matter of fact, I'm expecting a DoorDash delivery as we speak.
I just got one.
I look at all the things in which we're doing this week. We're crowning MVP. Who delivered? Powered by DoorDash. Win every Saturday. DoorDash streak, saving more money every single time you do. Guess what? This week we're going to talk about the defense next. And CJ Allen, I've already apologized, but the apology music needs to come out. Chris Cole, you're a monster. And you deliver every single time, just like DoorDash does for Georgia. No hesitation, no delay. If you've been watching week after week, you know it's not a fluke for Chris Cole to do that. And just like Chris Cole, DoorDash delivers every single time on Saturdays with DoorDash streaks. All season long, you can save up to $250, including $100 in DoorDash credits. Order this Saturday. Keep the streak alive. Fuel your game day only with DoorDash. Terms apply. Promo ends 11/18, but that's not all, Daniel.
No,
DoorDash
it wouldn't be.
It can't be because Mazda's out here, and Mazda is exciting. Crafts cars for those who choose to do more simply than move. They follow what moves them every day, and that's what makes Mazda stand out. They go beyond safety, style, and performance, deliver a driving experience that feels alive in every detail. Athletes focus on detail. Mazda does the same. Metallic accents, hand-stitched Napa leather. You can feel the moment you get behind the wheel, this smooth handling, intuitive controls, and standard all-wheel drive in every crossover SUV. It's the small details that make the big plays, and just like there's more to every player, there's more to every Mazda vehicle. Mazda. Move and be moved.
Clint, we made it to segment 2. Is it okay if I talk about how Florida lost to South Florida yet?
Oh, no. Hey, hold on, Daniel. By the way, really quick, I want you to know something that I feel deeply from my heart. If you don't know the name Brandon Olson, how great of a talent evaluator he is, he watches more film than you would ever know, Florida fan, and he knows this team is more talented than
it's
checks
notes. A college football playoff talent level roster. at Florida is what we were told by someone who claimed to be an elite talent evaluator. Here's the reality. DJ Lagway is a poor man's Cade Klubnik, and Florida ain't it. Stop me if you've heard this before, but Billy Napier managed to win all of one Sun Belt title during his tenure. And that is the only thing of significance that he has ever won as a coach. And so Florida lost to South Florida on Saturday, which was just a barrel of fun. Clint, I want to talk about the defense. Let's do that now. And then I'm going to talk about the skill positions in segment 3. Okay?
Okay.
This defensive front, I've been on Jordan Hall all offseason, and I hate to say I was right, but I'm an elite talent evaluator. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, let me tell the people, you don't hate to say that at all.
The people already know that I do not hate to say that. I am an actual evaluator of talent sometimes. And I've been telling you all about Jordan Hall, and he was absolutely dominant in this game, taking on double teams, moving the pocket. I feel you have apologized to CJ Allen many times, Clint. I never said anything disparaging about this man like you sometimes did about CJ Allen.
I did.
But I don't believe we talked about Kristen Miller nearly enough this offseason, Clint. And I believe that you and I both need to apologize to him at this juncture, because what 52 is doing on that defensive front is so far in 2 contests absolutely elite. He has taken not a step forward, a jump forward in his development, Clint.
Daniel, I didn't want Jordan Hall. Let me say again, 2 things in the first segment are true, 2 things in the second.
Sure.
Jordan Hall, I am so glad you're on this team, and you are a monster.
Oh, absolutely.
Isaiah Gibson, Elijah Griffin, you guys are monsters.
Elijah Griffin made a play today that just made me feel a lot of feelings, Clint. He's still a year away, but I feel a lot of feelings.
But Daniel,
they
don't hold a candle.
Not right now. No, sir. No. Kristen Miller is the dominant force on this defensive line.
Is the alpha in the defensive line room. And if you don't know it, go back and rewatch the entirety of the game and watch this man move people, collapse a pocket, pursuit in screen game and run game, hunt people down, and physically impose himself on anybody. He's the best defense. He's the best trench monster we have, Daniel. And you know what? We did not give him his kudos. Everyone is talking about all SEC honors. Everyone's talking about draft profile. He's going to make a Devontae Wyatt type jump. He already has. You talked about it. It's not just a step forward. He is the heart and soul of this trench. Justin Williams, CJ Allen, and Raylan Wilson. By the way, Chris Cole, we're gonna talk about you. Okay.
Yeah.
But Kristen Miller starts the domino effect of what this team does.
Yeah. He absolutely does. And I couldn't be happier about Georgia's ability. There's injury concerns all over the offensive line. And I don't know if this is, we're not going to get to talk about it today. We'll probably break it down as we move forward in the week. There's injury concerns all over the offensive line. But I have been pretty happy about Georgia's ability to move people in the run game on the offensive line. And I am thrilled with Georgia's ability to relocate the line of scrimmage on the defensive line. And I know it's Austin Peay and it's Marshall so far. But again, we did not see that against the lesser competition in the first couple of games. And so I am thrilled with that. But Chris Cole, I think, is he a better football player than KJ Bolden, Clint? Or is it just that we're seeing him more?
See,
is it just that he's more noticeable? Because he flashes and listen, I've loved the secondary and KJ Bolden, obviously the leader of that unit. I think those guys are doing a great thing. And they're going to be tested a heck of a lot more this week than they have been the previous 2 weeks, obviously, against this Tennessee offense. But Chris Cole does things, Clint, that are electric on the defensive side of the ball.
Guys, Chris Cole. Y'all remember Kirby talked about him in the last presser on Thursday. Okay. Kirby talked about Roquan Smith and some idiosyncrasies that he has. I'm not saying he's going to be a great like Roquan Smith because I still consider him the best inside linebacker we have ever had at UGA. And that's my opinion that I own because I love him. He's my favorite UGA player ever. But Chris Cole all of a sudden makes an impact. His plays, the ceiling of which are of that level. I'm not saying his floor is that. I'm not saying his consistency is that yet. But I am saying it's a difference maker, Daniel. It's wild what he brings to this defense. He is a Ellis Robinson and him. Justin Williams excites me. CJ Allen, Raylan Wilson, Kristen Miller, they all excite me. But you're talking one play changing and flipping the script. Ellis Robinson and Chris Cole come to mind.
Yeah, I mean, those two guys, elite on the defensive side of the ball. All right, I want to talk about the offensive skill positions. I let you talk about the defense in the second segment. That's all fine and good. I'm here to talk about the offensive skill positions because I know who the best wide receiver on this team is, and it's not the person that you think it is. We'll be right back to talk about that right after these.
And these are, in fact, upside. Daniel, I know it feels too good to be true, but it's not too good to be true. It's not a fake. It's not a fraud. Download the Upside app, get in the App Store, Google Play, and start downloading the app and earning cash at the pump today. My limited promo code football gets you an extra 25 cents back per gallon on your first startup or your first fill up. You can make up to $300 a year from buying the gas you already need. At first, too good to be true? Nope, totally legit. Real people are getting paid just to make their daily commutes. Guess what? You can pay out anytime you want. PayPal, e-gift card, Amazon, other brands. Don't let this offer drive by. Use promo code football for a limited time 25 cents per gallon bonus. That's promo code football. Offers vary by user and location. Go to upside.com for terms and condition. But that's not all, Daniel. Our friends over at FanDuel are fantastic. And if you took Daniel's advice, and you
did I take South Florida? Did I take South Florida plus the points this week?
If you didn't, I did.
I did.
We both did. This just in. FanDuel is fantastic. They are great. They are glorious. FanDuel.com. NFL season's almost here. Right now, new customers bet $5. If your bet wins, you'll get $300 in bonus bets to use across the app. It makes every game more exciting, whether you're watching your team or just keeping an eye on the fantasy lineup. So, are you ready to play? Download the FanDuel app now by visiting FanDuel.com to get started. That's FanDuel.com and place your first $5 bet today.
Clint,
May
we talk about Colby Young because I love this guy. Listen, Zachariah Branch has got a very specifically unique and a very coveted skill set that Georgia really needs. Noah Thomas, people thought great pickup in the transfer portal. Turns out he's a nice depth piece for this Georgia roster. London Humphreys, people thought going to take a step forward, going to be a really great wide receiver for this team. I think he is going to be that. I think he's going to be exactly that. Talon Taylor, Georgia's first 5-star wide receiver since George Pickens comes into the program. People thought he's going to make an immediate impact. I think he is going to make an immediate impact. You saw it today, right out of the jump. I don't think Talon Taylor's playing time, by the way, is going to go down when the competition changes. Nope. I think his snaps are only going to continue to go up as he learns the importance of blocking in this system. And I know whose snaps it is that I hope he's taking, by the way, but we don't need to go there, do we?
I will go there. Dylan Bell can't play. Dylan Bell can't play for us any longer.
He's not good. I don't care. He's not good. You know who is good? The best wide receiver on this Georgia roster, Colby Young. He's gotten stronger. He's gotten faster. He's gotten more athletic. And Clint, Colby Young was a high point possession wide receiver, an end zone threat, and a go ball down the sideline. He's a big body, long arms, big frame, wide target type of wide receiver. Now, that was when we saw him last. Now, Colby Young looks like he wants to put the ball in his hands as quickly as possible, and then he wants to hurt you or run by you, and he doesn't particularly care which one it is.
Like, this man is out for blood. We call it the Colby Young Revenge Tour.
Yeah,
he is tenacious. He is fast. He is strong. He is big. He's doing all the little things. He's the best wide receiver on this team. Again, that's including Zachariah Branch, who we understand is faster than fast. I get it.
Yeah.
But if you're telling me, hey, it's 3rd and 8, we need a first down, who you going to? It's option 1, option 2, and option 3, Colby Young. Find him, find 8, get him the ball, and get a first.
Now, while I know who the best wide receiver on this team is, I know that I still technically know who the best running back on this team is, Clint. But I will tell you this, it's a lot closer than people thought it was going to be. A lot, not so fast, my friend. If you thought Nate Frazier was going to run away with this running back room the way that I did going into
the way that I did. Yeah.
Because Chauncey Bowens and Dwight Phillips have said, our skill sets cannot be left on the sidelines. We're here to play football, and that's exactly what we're going to do. Now, again, as we step up in competition, do I expect Nate Frazier to get a few more carries than he has been getting in these first games? I do. But I don't expect dramatic drops in playing time from Chauncey Bowens or Dwight Phillips either. I love this 3-headed monster that Georgia has at back today. And if you had a Georgia running back contending for the Heisman, RIP. If you had a Georgia running back breaking 1,000 yards rushing, I am sorry to say that ain't it. But if you had Georgia finishing in the top 5 of the SEC in rushing yards this season, the way that I did, this is a very good thing for you. And if you had Georgia winning a lot of football games, this is very good news for you.
It's fine to not have one guy who you're dependent on. It truly is. Nate Frazier, he's going to get his mojo and he's going to get going. We're going to see just a wave graph of guys throughout the season. Sometimes Nate's going to be the hot hand, and sometimes Dwight Phillips is, sometimes Chauncey Bowen is. They're all playing, and they're all going to play really well. I'm not saying I like him more. I'm not playing favorites. I'm not choosing a running back because I, unlike other people, refuse to say, he's my guy. No. Whoever is most efficient, I will have play. I don't care if Zachariah Branch is faster than Colby Young. If Colby Young is more efficient, guess what? Feed him the ball. I don't care.
Also, it doesn't plenty of room for multiple talented. We're talking about skill position guys. Like, we're not talking, right? We're talking about skill position guys. Like, there's plenty of room for all of them to play. I think it's great for Georgia. I think there's a ton of weapons. Tennessee, Clint. I'm as nervous as I've ever been.
Let's not
talk about this Tennessee game.
We won today.
If you say so.
Let's talk about Tennessee next week. He is Daniel. I am Clint. We'll be back next week talking about Tennessee and all the rest of it. And hey, Florida fan, shove it in your eye hole.
Tennessee. Where are the Alabama fans, Clint?
Oh, no.
Where are the Florida fans?
Oh, no.
What has happened to them? We'll see you guys.
They suck. We'll see you guys.